Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to India. We arrived this morning. We actually left at our Airbnb yesterday at 2 p.m. We got like a 2.5-hour train to Colombo. We then got like a 2-hour bus to the airport and then walked 15 minutes. And then our flight was this morning at 2:50, so basically 3 a.m. We arrived in Delhi at about 6 a.m. We got a train from there, which is actually really good, really easy, really clean, to New Delhi train station. We then walked about half an hour, got to the hotel, about 8:30, got in our room about 9, and then slept from about 9:30 till 11:15, something like that, because we were just dead. Just got a shower, got freshened up, and we just come out for lunch. So I thought I would start the vlog and say hi. Our first experience of India so far is a little bit overwhelming, but it's not as bad as I was expecting. Like, I really thought the roads would be absolutely crammed, you would not be able to move. It does smell, there's a lot of urinals just like in the street, like actual urinals, but obviously they stink. We saw a cow walking around earlier, so the ref definitely smells, but it's nowhere near as scary as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be really, really overwhelming and too much for me. It's actually been fine. And then we've come to a little restaurant for some food, because we like to eat local foods. So we've just ordered, we said we wanted something not spicy. So what did we order in the end?
Dal makhani.
Dal
Makhani. Delicious.
With a chapati. Dal makhani is a dish originating in Punjab, India, a relatively modern variation of traditional lentil dishes. It's made with urad dal and other pulses and includes butter and cream. So that's what it just says on Google, so I'm sure we'll get some variation of that. But I thought I would show you a little bit of where we are, like the outside street and then also the restaurant. We've had like 3 or 4 people come up to us and say, like, be careful with your phone, don't get your phone out, it'll just get stolen. So I'm going to have to be really careful when I'm filming here, but I do want to try and film as much as possible as well, because it's my first time in India. I've wanted to come here for years, so I'm super excited to be here. So I'm going to go outside and show you where we are, and I don't think you'll believe just how small this restaurant is. So this is the road that we are on, and then we've come to this restaurant, which is here. So he's making chapati at the moment, and then it's getting cooked over there. And then we are sat through here. Do you want to wave and say hi? And this is it, this is the restaurant. There's a freezer. You gonna try some?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try that now.
Anything more? Water, cola, anything?
It's really nice.
Okay, I'm gonna try some.
Tastes really good. It's quite good.
Oh. It's delicious with a tiny bit of spice. Oh, it's hot.
Yeah, it's like tofu.
Yeah. Thumbs up. So there's currently construction work outside. You can probably hear the banging, but I'm trying to like be in the light because we've got one tiny window in this room, and also I'm trying to vlog between the drill sounds. So I'm going to go now, and we're going to go out and explore Connaught Place, I think it's called. It's basically where the shops are, but I think it's quite a big kind of area with a park in the middle and then a couple of rows around the outside. So I'm going to try and show you a little bit of that, and I'll show you the hotel. I'll give you a quick room tour now actually. So you can probably hear the drilling. I apologise, there's not much I can do about that. Okay, it stopped a second. So we've got bunk beds. There's Jeremy at the table with the chairs. We've got a little table, and then this one is where I napped today. This is my bed. We've got some cupboards. These ones lock, which is good to be able to keep our things safe. There's me. That's the tiny window that I was talking about that I was vlogging next to, just to get some natural light. And then this is the bathroom. So it's got a new shower system. It's all really nice kind of tiling, toilet, sink, and then me again. And yeah, so we're gonna go out exploring. A little bit of a weird room, like it's not a double, but that's absolutely fine. We're knackered anyway, we're just gonna be sleeping. So okay, let's go out and explore. Okay, there's no one around us at the moment, no one on a motorbike to steal my phone, so I thought I'd vlog and say hi. We're out exploring, making our way to Connaught Place. I'm probably saying that wrong. But it's really cool to walk down some of the smaller streets and see some of the architecture and also all the wires and motorbikes and things like that. Like these wires up here. Crazy! Anyway, we're walking down this way. Okay, so we've made it to the middle of Connaught Place. We're currently kind of in the centre where there's a park. We're trying to get into the park. But I thought I would show you this view because there's roads going round and then the shops. So we can see, for example, a Uniqlo, KFC, I think Jeremy saw. There's a couple of different shops here. The sun is behind, so it might be really bad lighting. I'm going to show you anyway, just so you can kind of see. So the park is on the left-hand side in here somewhere, and then as you can see, there's a Uniqlo, and there's all these cars and tuk-tuks going round. And apparently there's 3 layers. So this is the first layer, then there's another layer, then there's another layer. So we're going to have a walk round, and I'll show you that a bit later on. But yeah, this is it so far. Let's go in the park. Okay, we have found an entrance, gate number 1. Last entry at 7:30. I wonder if I have to pay to get in. Okay, so we have made it to the middle of the park, and gates number 3 and 6 are the ones to get in, because we went to gate number 1 and we couldn't get in. So make sure you go to gates number 3 and 6. We've also seen some other shops like Jack and Jones, Nike, Puma, I think I saw Sony. Nikon, yes, there's lots of different shops on the kind of periphery, is that the right word, of the park. That's a good word for me. But I thought I would show you a little bit of the park while we're in here. So there's pathways, there's a bridge over there, so I'm sure there's water, palm trees, people relaxing. There's these kind of displays as well, those love heart things. So I think it's actually quite a large park. It's bigger than I think I thought it was going to be. So let's have a look around a little bit. Just thought I'd give you another little look at the park. So it seems like they're setting up some sort of stage or equipment. You can see the metal things here. I'm not sure if they're setting up or taking down. But you can see kind of the city around the park, and it kind of, there's even layers within here. So there's like that middle section, and then there's this section, and there's like another section as well. So yeah, it's cute. So again, this is the stage bit that they're setting up, but I wanted to show you these kind of archways with flowers around them. I think they're really cute, and they're going all the way around, you can see. Okay, so we've come to the shop section. That's kind of like the first layer, I guess, going round. I'm not sure how much I'll film, but I thought I'd just quickly show you that we're doing that as well. So we have stopped here because there's somebody selling ice creams, and I'm going to get a lemon blast for 20p, and I think Jeremy's going to get a cornetto. Okay, they didn't have lemon blast, so I've got this one instead, which is orange, and then mahaba, whatever that means. Wish me luck.
Thank you.
So we decided to sit down and enjoy our ice creams so that we're not like spilling it down ourselves basically. There's lots of shops. There's like Reebok, there's Bata, which is that shoe shop, there's pharmacies, there's also people doing tuk-tuk trying to get started. There's people doing shoe cleaning, there's people selling ice creams obviously, there's people selling phone cases, there's lots of kind of little smaller stands, and obviously the bigger shops as well. But we're still walking around. I think I'd like to do kind of this middle section and then the next section as well, because I don't really see us coming back to this area otherwise. So I kind of think it's worth seeing while we're here.
Did you go to Samosa Road?
Yeah, we just saw somewhere that did like really big samosas and like cheese sandwiches and like really good stuff. You enjoying your cornetto?
Yeah.
Apparently there's a Hamleys here, which I did not expect at all. Like the toy shop in London. We're not going to go in, but... Oh, it's closed. Okay. And then there's also a Nike here, there's Levi's and H&M. And then obviously there's also shops selling the beautiful, beautiful Indian clothing. Like, how incredible is that? Wow. Look like royalty. Okay, so the inner circle is kind of there where the ice cream van is or whatever it is. But they've also got a Nando's, which I was not expecting. And then they've got a Sony store there behind that tree. And I think the road we're going to go down now is this one here, and then the main road is kind of where that bus is there, the outer road. So yeah, we're going to go and see the middle road now. Okay, so this is the middle ring. Less shops, more hotels, I guess, and things like that. It's interesting how just one street back it's a completely different vibe. So we're still walking around the kind of middle section, and it's interesting because kind of in between the main roads there's not a lot going on, but then when you get to a main road there's like a Marks and Spencer's. No, thank you. Sorry, some guy was trying to clean our shoes. Anyway, there's like a Marks and Spencer's, there was Omega, there was Mont Blanc, there was a Body Shop. Like there's kind of shops along the main roads. There's a Lee over there, but then kind of the middle section is like weird hotels and things. Super interesting being here. It feels like a bit of a mix mash of like different worlds coming together, but interesting nonetheless. I'll give you a little view of what we're looking at now, and then we'll carry on walking around. So here you can just see all the cars and tuk-tuks. There's the Marks and Spencer's, and then this is like the small road that we're going down, and then the park is in the middle over there. Okay, so we have done the middle section. We are actually going to go around the outside as well, just because we're here. Why not? We may as well do it while we're here. I'm not sure how interesting it'll be in terms of like shops and restaurants and things, but we'll see. It's always nice just to look around and see different parts of the city, whether it's kind of super exciting or not, I don't know, but we'll see. Okay, so this is the outside loop. You can see there's like 3 lanes of traffic there, something like that, lots of cars parked. And then kind of some smaller shops. We did just walk past a Dell and a HP, but otherwise there's like a chemist there, a couple of other ones. So, as predicted, there was not a whole lot to show you on the outer circle, but actually we only did about a quarter of it because we're getting tired and sore legs, so we're going to head back to the hotel. We're kind of walking a different way though, so we can see just 2 little different roads that haven't been down yet, but so far so good. Way better than I was expecting. I feel way safer than I thought I would. Although I don't vlog when it's busy, like there's literally no one around me, so that's why I feel okay to vlog, but I think it takes a couple of days as well. I think tomorrow and the next day we'll feel more confident about being here, but yeah, like I said, so far so good. Last time I spoke to you was about 10 to 6 and we were on our way back home. I talked about kind of the outer circle and how I'd only seen a bit of it. So since then we came home, we relaxed for about an hour, and then about 7 p.m. we went out for dinner. We went back to the same place where we had lunch today just because it's so affordable and so delicious. And I actually asked for the dal that I had for lunch, the first dish that we had, but he didn't have any left. Instead, he recommended a Shahi paneer or something like that. Shahi paneer, something really, really good. It was paneer, which is the cheese with like a tomatoey, spicy, creamy sauce. Really, really good. That was kind of like my level of spice. He said it was sweet and not spicy. It was definitely spicy, but it was really, really good. And then we got some bananas on the way back home for breakfast tomorrow morning. And just kind of had a walk around. So I just thought I would round off today's vlog because I think all the other days here, and probably honestly in India, I'm probably going to do like day by day, just because I think we're going to be seeing so much each day, and I would kind of like to separate them to make it make sense. So our plan tomorrow, so you can stay tuned for this, is to go to the Lotus Temple. Apparently it's a temple that was built in the 90s, I think, and it's kind of a place for all religions to come and worship. So I think that's going to be really cool. I think with the plan, I mean, it's probably going to change, but the plan at the moment is to get, I'm just going to move this down. That's better. So the plan at the moment is to get the metro in the morning and go all the way there because it's quite far away. It's about an hour away. Spend the morning kind of having a look around, and then probably get an Uber on the way back, just so that we kind of experience both things, like the metro and also the car, so we can see, you know, a bit of the city. But I thought I would give you my first impressions so far of New Delhi, India, because I think I mentioned this at the beginning, but I've wanted to come here since I was 16, so almost 20 years, which is a long, long time to want to go to a country. And I actually want to talk about something. So before we came here, we started reading blog posts a little bit about what to do, what to expect, and it kind of scared me a lot to come. And then actually I was like, oh my god, I don't want to go to India, do we have to go? Like, I was kind of dreading it, even though I wanted to come for years, because I was reading about people's like bad experiences, and I really don't think it's helpful, because, you know, one bad thing can happen to somebody, but doesn't mean that it's going to happen to every single person who travels to that country. So I kind of feel a little bit regretful that I read those blog posts, because I think it put me in like a scared mindset before I even got here, which is not a good it's not a good place to be when you're visiting somewhere new, especially somewhere you wanted to be for, like, you wanted to visit for years. So I will say that it definitely does smell, like I said. There's a lot of just kind of urinals just kind of in the street, so it just stinks of piss quite a lot of the time. We've seen one cow so far wandering around. It was when we were walking to the hotel, so I didn't take a picture because two.
Well, so one.
Yeah. One was working like a cart, almost like a horse and cart, but a cow and cart. And we've seen one that was just walking around randomly. But I'm sure we're going to see more. We've seen lots of dogs, lots of children, lots of families, and like, I think my idea of what India was going to be like, especially a big city like New Delhi, was like batshit crazy, loads of people all the time, pushing and shoving, like tuk-tuks everywhere, and just kind of feeling scared and afraid, and like people groping me, because that's what it said online, like, if, you know, as you're a girl, you might get groped, or this might happen, that might happen. So I kind of had like wanted to go for years, read some stuff, and I was like, oh my god, I don't want to go anymore. And then actually I've had a really, really pleasant experience. Like, it's not as crazy as I was expecting. I don't think it's any worse than Bangkok or Hanoi, which are also obviously big cities in Asia. I wouldn't say it's any worse than that so far. Obviously we've only been here for a day, but I've really, really enjoyed it. We've really enjoyed the food. Of course, we went to the same place, like we've only been to one place today and we went there twice, but it was delicious and super affordable. I'm excited to see more of this city. So we do have plans to go to, obviously tomorrow we're going to the Lotus Temple. We want to go to the Red Fort. We want to go to the tomb. I can't remember what the name of the tomb is. So there's quite a few things we want to see while we're here. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see different parts of the city. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. And it's honestly, it's really, really not as scary as people make out. It's not as, I mean, yeah, it's loud, it's hectic, but I was expecting like 10 times worse. So then I'm here and I'm like, oh, well, this is not that bad. And I've actually really enjoyed it today. So I think that's kind of, I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't listen to what other people say about a place. Go for yourself. If you really want to go and see it for yourself. Even if it has bad stories, bad reputation, you can always, obviously don't go to dangerous places where there's like war zones and, you know, really bad things happening. But yeah, it's just been interesting to see it for myself. And I'm just like, oh, it's just like a big Asian city. Like I said, like Bangkok and Hanoi, it's kind of similar vibes. But really, really enjoyed it so far. So that's going to close off today's video. Obviously just arriving in, I know I said Bangkok, arriving in New Delhi, India. So excited for the rest of the vlogs. We're also going to be going to Agra to see Taj Mahal and the rest of the city. We're then going to Jaipur, Jodhpur, and then Rishikesh. I think we're doing a week in each, and then Rishikesh we might do 2 weeks, because I think Jeremy's got some work on that he needs to kind of spend time doing. We also might do a yoga meditation retreat thing. So there's going to be lots of fun content coming from India, and then we'll be going somewhere else hopefully after that. We're not sure how long we're staying in India. We've planned about 6 weeks so far. So then we might stay longer, or we might just go somewhere else. We'll see kind of how we feel about the country. But anyway, I'm rambling, but thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in all my future videos around India, and you can come exploring with us. So have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.